Hi friends, today we are going to discuss about the Euler's equation of motion. So before going for a Euler's equation of motion, let us have some idea about fluid dynamics. Fluid dynamics is a subsection of fluid mechanics in which the study of fluid motion is done by considering the forces which are causing the fluid flow. That is the forces which are causing the fluid flow. I am considering the forces which are acting on the fluid flow also. And this behavior of this fluid flow is analyzed by using the Newton's second law of motion, which is given by F is equal to m into A. That is force is equal to mass into acceleration. Before going for Euler's equation, let us have a look of what are the forces which are acting on the fluid flow. The first force is force because of the gravity. Second is the pressure force. Third one is the force due to the viscosity, force due to the turbulence, and force due to the compressibility. These are the five forces which are acting on any fluid flow. In my case, in Euler's equation of motion, I am considering only two forces, that is force because of the gravity and force because of the pressure. We are taking only these two forces into the consideration for the derivation of the Euler's equation. Let us go to the Euler's equation. For deriving the Euler's equation, first I will consider a stream of water or any fluid which is flowing in this direction, which is shown here, this arrow mark, in this direction, which is flowing, that is in S direction, it is flowing. In that, I am considering a tiny cylindrical element of cross section dA and length ds. Cross section dA and length ds. I am considering this element for my analysis. I'm going to analyze the what are the forces which are acting on this cylindrical element. That is, the forces acting on this particular fluid element is given by the pressure force on this face. That is, here let us assume that pressure is P. Pressure is P here. Then the pressure is given by P is given by force by area. Force by area. Then the force because of this pressure is given by force is equal to P into area. That is the pressure which is acting because of the pressure P. That is it sits in this section. Here the pressure acting is P, and whatever the area is there, cross sectional area, I have considered it as a dA. Hence the pressure force is nothing but P into dA is the force which is acting on this particular face. Next, we are going to analyze the what is the pressure, what is the force which is acting on this particular face. Before analyzing the force which is acting, what is the pressure here? The pressure is given by this equation, that is pressure at this place plus the rate of increase of pressure unit rate of increase of pressure per unit length into distance traveled. This is traveled up to here. This is the unit rate of increase of pressure into the distance, how much distance it has traveled, ds. This is the pressure P plus pressure at this point plus rate of unit increase in the rate of pressure into the distance it is moved, ds. That is the entire thing, P plus dou P by dou S. ds is the pressure at this point. Multiply by the cross-sectional area, dA will give you the pressure force which is acting on this particular face. That is given by here. That is the pressure force which is acting on that particular face. Then weight of the fluid element. Weight of the fluid element, again here I have given rho g dA ds, which is acting vertically downward direction. What is this? Rho into dA into ds. That is, rho is nothing but kg per meter cube. dA is nothing but meter square. ds is nothing but a meter. This meter cube get cancelled. Finally, you are with kg. This is nothing but a mass. Then if you multiply that into a g, then it will become a weight. That is rho g dA. ds is the weight component which is acting vertically downward direction. Which is acting vertically downward direction. Next, coming to the when when the force is, as I said in the earlier, when the force is acting vertically downward direction, so this is the axis of the fluid element. This is the axis of the fluid element. This is the force component which is acting vertically downward, which is given by rho g dA ds. It is making some angle called theta. It is making angle theta with respect to the axis of the fluid element. If I want to reduce this along the flow, then that has to be multiplied by cos theta. I will resolve this force to cos theta, that is in the along the direction of the flow. That is nothing but multiplying with the cos theta, that is rho g dA ds into cos theta will give you the pressure force which is acting, that is the weight component which is acting along the direction of the flow. These are the three forces which are acting on this particular fluid element. Then, as we discussed in the last session, that is last slide, that is Newton's law, second law of motion is given by F is equal to m into as. Then F is the force which are acting on this fluid element. Wow. This is the first force, this is the second force, and third force is the weight component which is acting along the fluid flow, along the fluid flow. Then what I will do is, whatever the forces which are acting along the fluid, I will take it as a plus, and whatever the forces which are acting opposite to that, I am going to take it as a minus. Then when I reduce this P dA minus sum of the forces which are acting on this fluid element P dA, then minus, because it is acting opposite to the flow, that is minus P plus dou P by dou S into ds into dA minus, this is also acting opposite to the flow, that is rho g dA ds cos theta is equal to rho dA ds. Here g term will not be there because it is a mass, that is rho dA ds multiplied by acceleration as. Then acceleration is given by, acceleration is the function of time and space. It is a function of a time and space, hence which is given by as is equal to v into dou v by dou s. Then substituting this as in this equation and simplifying it, I am going to get this equation. I am going to get this equation. So if I divide this equation by rho dA ds, then we are going to finally arrive on this condition. On simplification, on cancellation, this will be cancelled. This PDA PDA, this DA get cancels, and you are with this. And whatever this equation, final this equation is there, then this is the final equation. What we are going to have it, minus dou p by dou s 1 by rho minus g into cos theta is equal to v dou v by dou s. This is the final equation. And if I on rearrangement, if I make a rearrangement, this will be the rearrangement. I am taking this side is equal to 0, but cos theta is equal to dz by ds, that is dz is the vertically downward direction corresponds to the length of the fluid element. This will form one triangle, rectangle triangle, that is cos theta is equal to dz by ds in this triangle. Then substituting this in this equation, we are going to get this equation, this equation, that is this is the final equation. I am going to get dou p by dou s into 1 by rho plus g dz by ds plus v dou v by dou s is equal to 0. And here in this equation, dou p by dou s is nothing but a rate of increase of pressure per unit distance, that it can be written as a dp divided by rho plus g into the rate of vertically downward per unit length of the fluid element, that is nothing but a dz plus v into dou v by dou s, that is rate of increase of velocity with respect to the length of the fluid element, that is we can write it as a dv, that is equal to 0. This is the final equation which represents the Euler's equation of motion. This is all about the Euler's equation of motion. Please subscribe to my channel for further updates. Thank you, one and all. Thank you.